Today we're going around Phnom Penh, looking at all the sites. Behind me is Wat Phnom. Wat Phnom is a historical site here in the centre. It's a temple. Look at this beautiful young man who's decided to come up here to lay down, listen to the music, smell the incense. As you can hear, the music is pumping in there. Incense burning. As you can hear, there is a band playing in the temple. People have come to pay their respects to Buddha. As you can see, the temple is surrounded by lovely gardens, trees and wildlife. People come to worship Buddha and they bring flowers, bananas, as an offering to Buddha. These dome-shaped structures outside the temples are extremely common within Southeast Asia. Again, with any temple, we found the local wildlife, the residents, the monkeys swinging in the tree, picking bits off to eat. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, can't stop monkeying around. You have disappeared into the bush, and I can't film you now. As we can see, the temple also has its own puppies. My word, this temple is somewhat amazing. These two are eating a dinner that has been laid out by the ladies who work in the temple. They're all fighting over the good bits of chicken. Do your tits hang low? Do they dangle to and fro? Do they drag on the ground when you walk on the floor? We really have been spoiled today, seeing cats, dogs, monkeys. It's been absolutely fabulous. We are here in Phnom Penh at the National Museum of Cambodia. As you can see, it's a beautiful building. This museum is made up of many representations of the Shiva, as we've seen similarly in many of the temples. Here we have wood carving representations, very different from the original sandstone decorations that we've come to see around Cambodia. I've just been presented with this good luck bracelet that has been given blessings by a lady in this temple. I was then presented with a flower which I brought down here in front of the many, many Buddha and Shiva representations. We are here in the courtyards, just looking at the fish in the ponds. It's a lovely tranquil area. We've come to the Royal Palace in Phnom Penh. This is where the Cambodian royalty currently live. As you can see, it stands extremely tall within its own large grounds, not surrounded by any other buildings. We are stood here at Independence Monument, an extremely striking view in the centre of Phnom Penh. The monument represents the troublesome times that Cambodian people have had over the years. They actually completed an entire celebration here for several days. They light the centre section with a fire for approximately 3 days before holding an extremely large fireworks ceremony. These celebrations are to mark peace in Cambodia, which is now here. We have come to the S-21 camp at the Teoseo Genocide Museum. It was here that the Khmer Rouge bought what they called so-called prisoners and tortured and murdered them. The 14 white stones you see before you are memorials of the last 14 bodies that they found here when the camp was liberated. The Ankar, or organisation as it's known, ran for 4 years just under. During that time it was thought that around 20,000 Cambodians were tortured and murdered here on this site. It was only in 1979 that they realised the extent of what had happened here, when the Vietnamese troops came and liberated the city with Cambodian troops as well. Here we see the gallows that were used to torture, not to hang, but to torture people, hoisting them up by their wrists and then plunging them into human waste below. The Khmer Rouge typically arrested professionals such as doctors and lawyers, any foreigners, and including monks as well. Those that were arrested were simply taken, and the guilt was proven by the fact that they were simply arrested.
Wonder if we're going the right way. So they've got turtles casually swimming around in this hotel reception. Hello. So this is the view from the top of the building that we're having dinner in, looking out across Phnom Penh. Wish I bought my swimming stuff because this is absolutely immense.